Playing with the powder.
Yo, No Credit fam, what's good? Man, family, we are back with episode 4. Man, we left off for last week. As soon as the episode was done, next day, all the news dropped. We got CP, who actually got traded to Golden State. Warrior. And Poole is out now. Memphis just acquired Marcus Smart. What else we want to touch on? We want to touch on John Collins' trade.
Could mention that. We got some honorable mentions and stuff.
And then also we got the NBA draft. When we went to the Spurs, and we're gonna touch on that. But fellas, let's get into it. And then also the NFL. NFL doing a lot of swindles and going through people's accounts because a lot of people getting suspended off of this gambling. So we're gonna touch on that too as well. But fellas, let's go. Let's get into it. CP3 to GSW.
Christopher Hall.
I think I told y'all this though. I mean,
told us what?
What he told us?
CP to go to say I like it.
Oh, you like it? I thought you said.
Oh, I thought you called it.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked him in Boston, but they prefer KP. But yeah, I like it, especially if he comes off the bench.
You doing grades? How do you feel about grades?
I give it a B plus.
Give it an A-.
Yeah, I would go.
I like
C
that.
plus.
C plus why?
Slow man gonna mess up that tempo, but I let Ali continue.
No, he's not. He can adapt. You don't think
Casual's like Mike.
You don't think CP3 can adapt?
I'm a cat.
Casual's like Mike, right?
No cred fam.
They would say the
No
same.
cred fam.
They would say the same breath of accepting every other player to the Lakers to help LeBron win something. And somehow
I'm a casual though.
he could figure it out. But the thing is that a championship team that has an identity and it's easy to plug in pieces. They've been adding since this whole dynasty started. They've been plugging in and out vets since this shit started.
Oh, okay.
And you telling me now you bring a high IQ point guard. You told me to bring a high IQ point guard in this game
into Steve Kerr's system.
Yeah, into the Steve Kerr system. And the foolish part is like I want to remind people like when Mike's he's over here talking about he's an old man's gonna slow him down. Was Sean Livingston at the time a fast break player?
No.
I could have sworn no. I give you Leonardo Barbosa, but Andre Iguodala, he wasn't a guy that really played fast. They played slow.
He did run.
Time. He did run.
Don't take that away from
No, I'm not.
They all like 6'5", 6'6".
I'm still saying.
Like a little dwarf.
CP3 could run.
He could run.
Come on, he gonna slow the game down.
And the reason you have him in there.
Do I gotta pull up that State Farm commercial when he's speed walking like this?
But that's what you want. The thing about it is that the Warriors were playing too fast last year with the gentleman that they cooked out, and he had a good chunk of the turnovers, which led to bad defensive plays because there were too many lob ball turnovers.
Not buying it.
So now you get a guy that will barely turn over the ball.
Yes.
We'll set guys up. Like I said, I see a huge year for the bench, especially guys like Kuminga.
Does he start?
No. Don't be foolish now.
You don't have to.
You don't start
you don't
guy
have to start him
like Chris Paul right now.
Whoa, guys.
He will finish games. I say he'll finish games.
What lineup? Him and Steph?
Yeah, they'll go small.
Yeah.
Not like they haven't went small before.
He can do it.
They'll rearrange. They'll go small, pretend like I said, depending on the matchup. But like I said, with your bench unit, with Steph Curry out the game, you give Steph some rest, you give Draymond some rest. You have
trust.
We don't know
on the
if
floor.
Draymond coming back though.
But he's coming back. He's coming back.
They got rid of the problem.
He's coming back.
They got rid of the dilemma in the locker room. But I just think it works perfectly now because now with the Warriors' success, they always had that second unit coming in. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, before the punch, they had a solid second unit. That's why they were able to win a championship. You get a veteran now. Like I said, we're not asking Chris Paul
to do much
on the break.
Yes.
We just ask him to set the table, get the young guys like Kuminga, Moody, whoever they fill out the roster with to really, excel their game. And I mean, let's not even front. No matter everywhere he's been, guys perform a little bit better.
So, Mike, what do you feel?
We know.
You playing devil's advocate
Dumb.
right now.
No, he's not playing devil's
Why?
advocate.
Just dumb. This is not what they needed. They needed more front court help. They needed another center to come in and grab more rebounds and give K-Bar Looney a rest. I know there's still a lot of time left for free agency this summer, but I don't know. I like Chris Paul. I respect his career. I think, he's at a point where this is definitely the window is closing. I just don't see how it fits because now you have two guards that are in their late 30s. You got to hide on defense. And I know it's not all about defense, but if Jamal Murray sees Chris Paul and Steph Curry defending him, he could average like 30 plus the whole series. And to your point, you're saying he coming off the bench.
So y'all being foolish. Y'all being really foolish.
I feel like he may still start a couple games, especially the games that Steph is not playing. Yeah. But I give it a C plus because it doesn't really fit in my opinion. Like those guys you mentioned, right? You said Livingston and Iguodala, they're about 6'6", 6'7". They could guard. Chris Paul is 6 feet. Who's he gonna guard?
Right. Again,
theoretically speaking.
like I said, again, you keep thinking, y'all, for some reason, you and the majority of the people in the public believe this man will be starting. Take that out of your mind and understand that he'll be coming off the bench and have a bench role. He's going to be guarding the point guard on the opposite of the bench team. So you're talking about.
He still may struggle with that.
Let's look at the Lakers. I mean, of course, that's fine. I mean, a younger shooter against Chris Paul, I get it. That's a bad matchup.
But I'll take CP3's offensive mind with that second unit all day against another team's second unit.
100%.
I'll take that.
100%.
And CP3 can't do that.
That's what
If he accepts this role, and I know he will,
I think he is.
He's playing with now greater players. This is his best roster, right? So far.
I mean,
outside of KD. Outside of KD.
I mean, he played with KD.
I would say this is his most complete team.
I mean, when you say roster, yes, the roster from the start to the bench.
His best roster.
Yeah. He has to come off the bench. At this stage, like you said, there's a defensive liability to even think, I'm going to start my backcourt, Chris Paul and Steph Curry.
Right.
You're drunk. You got to be drinking. That's why I know Chris. That's why I know if that happens, I know Steve Kerr has to go because then he's.
But I know CP3 going into this building thinking like, yo, I'm playing with greatness right now.
I can finally win the chip.
And I'm legit. I feel like if he accepts this role, they'll be good. They'll be chilling.
100%. Now I think ultimately it's worked out because at the same time you got to look at it like this money wise. He's in his last year of his contract. After this, they might, his contract is expired. I believe after this he's going to see vet minimums if he wants to still play.
Yeah.
And then
this is his last race to get a chip.
Exactly. You got rid of Poole, who you owe basically $120 million to for the next 4 to 5 years. So you get that off your books. $30 million coming off. Especially like we talked about briefly, the new CBA. You can only have 2 max players on the team. Everybody else got to accept vet minimums. So I just think, like I said, I don't think they're done. That's why I'm not jumping to. I just think.
I got to see how the rest of the roster builds out.
No, I think they have a huge need to get some bigs. Like I said, DeMarcus Cousins,
Dwight Howard. You still got
DeMarcus Cousins still out there. I think they just need front court. I think they set.
Yeah.
Because you got the young pieces there. You just need some front court help, like you said, to help out Looney and Draymond. You just need somebody big. Like I said,
somebody be willing to go to GSW, bro. Somebody's out there to get.
I mean, you got to be dumb if you a big man, especially like I'm just saying, like Dwight Howard or Boogie to return, or even if they can find somebody. Like the guy heard Jacopo
they can get like Montrez.
Bigger body, just need like a center, like somebody to just give AD fits. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what is his rotation gonna look like? Is the question. Because now
it's not set. Once it's set, I definitely.
So you go Steph, Clay, Wiggins. If Draymond come back, Draymond, Looney. Then off the bench you got CP, Moody, Kuminga, and then the rest you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, Jamal Green's gonna come back. Yeah, you go small. It's a little small with him.
So do y'all see a championship coming out of this though? Like
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. A deep playoff run. Yes.
I think if they had a better chemistry last year, especially after the punch, if they would have figured out something,
Bro, so that's the point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You're replacing not a subpart, but which Cole is a great player, and Jordan Poole.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we are.
But I'm saying, no, you bringing in somebody that's a vet who's been through. I mean, well, he's the CP3 is, bro. He's the point guard, and you're replacing that
fraud.
What you mean?
I don't know.
He's a point guard the first 82 games of the year.
And let's go through it now. Let me collect my thoughts now for no prep fan. CP3, IQ, right? Pick and roll all day.
I'll give you that one.
Right? Understands, sees the floor.
Is he a better shooter than Jordan Poole?
I mean,
right now, I don't think so.
Well, what I want to hit home at is that
you could go through the percentages right now.
I think it's a chemistry thing at the end of the day. But you can be the best shooter, you can be the best passer, you can be the best defender, you can have all the attributes.
I understand.
But if we are not collectively together to achieve this ultimate goal.
And I agree with what you're saying. Like, he's a better high IQ player.
No, I'm saying even with you're talking about all the attributes Jordan Poole brought.
Right.
Without the chemistry you saw last year, the chemistry was broken and it didn't work.
Here's my thing, right? Golden State has always been an organization that has built players up, right? Like, I could go on and on. You mentioned Barbosa, Livingston, Iguodala. When guys come into that building, they take in Steve Kerr in that offense, and they play with the right mindset. If you had a guy that took his time, went to the G League when he could have been playing above a lot of guys, bought into the system, and the first year he really broke out, you guys win a championship. Right or wrong. Now, TMZ leaks footage of the alpha dog of your team, putting hands on him. And the coach, nothing, Jordan is fine. The GM, oh, nothing. Jordan is fine. Like, I think it's messed up how they did him. They tried to make him seem like he was a scapegoat, but that roster was not built to contend against a guy like AD. They did not have enough front court help. And for me, if you were going to trade him, you would trade him for somebody like a Pascal Siakam, someone that could give you front court help and not make Looney a 6'9" center.
Right, but I hear you on that, but it's been reported that they tried. No other team. This is them saying, you see how you're bigging him up and how valuable he is, right?
Yeah.
They were offering to other teams, and they were like, nah. His value was Chris Paul. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's tough. I don't. That's
So
tough.
I want you to understand. You're bigging him up, but
Yeah.
I've heard some things. I don't know if you heard that Cameron.
I was about to get into that.
I hope that's not true.
No.
Because you definitely need, you get your jaw clapped. You talking like that.
But bro, come on.
Wait,
Yeah,
You heard what Cameron said?
You heard the
let
clip?
the people know. No,
Alright, so
I hear it.
if you guys
This is news to me as well.
Another great podcast. I'm sure you guys know about.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. With
Shout out
Cameron and
Cameron
Mace.
Yeah.
Supposing some spicy things were being said
I mean,
during that time, and if it's true, I'm not gonna jump to it until Draymond or Jordan Poole say
he
this.
was bugging. He was bugging.
But again, if he's talking spicy like that, you know,
But bro, come on, man. I just want to chip, bro.
I just think, and the chemistry's worked. All right, you won a chip, you got your money. Now you start acting different.
I don't think he acted different.
All right, let's go through the stats real quick.
JP always been like that.
I
Like,
know.
if you hear him like that.
Let me cut y'all off. So Jordan Poole
Like,
for the
yeah.
year, averaged 30 minutes per game, 20 points, 20.4, field goal percentage 43%, sorry. 30-point is 33.6%, 2 rebounds, almost 3, 4.5 assists. Chris
What
Paul,
about the turnovers though?
turnovers. I'll get to that. Chris Paul, field goal percentage 44%, 3-point percentage 37.5%. All right, free throw 83. Let me go to assists. Assists 8.9, so 9 assists. So think about that. Spreading the ball more. Jordan Poole, his issue this year was his shot selection. That's what deterred him, and also the chemistry. I just want to throw that in there. Like a lot of shots that he took weren't supposed to be his shots. So now is CP3 gonna be willing to pass the ball? We know he's gonna be willing to pass the ball versus Jordan Poole.
So I don't want to dog Jordan Poole, but like,
Yeah,
I watched a lot of Warriors games last year, this previous year. In the clutch, a lot of these games they were close in, and I watched this man literally consecutive games. I swear, he bummed it up. Literally, I'm sorry, I don't like pointing a finger at one person. But I literally watch either take a horrible shot, horrible turnover, and the chemistry was damaged, and they had to pick somebody
Because of the punch.
because of the punch.
Yeah.
Both parties were, whether he was
Definitely.
talking trash and Draymond still got physical, the chemistry was destroyed within them. And I know you said about, they need the front court, but I watched this team literally, without no front court players, beat these tall guys.
So Jordan Poole averaged 3 turnovers and Chris Paul averages 2. 1.9 and 3 point.
Look,
Whatever.
fellas,
But like,
y'all,
look at the assists.
y'all all making valid points, man. All I'm saying is, though, Jordan Poole's not the reason why Wiggins missed a good chunk of the season. Jordan Poole, according to Cameron, was the reason why Draymond put his hands on him. And we skipped over that. Basically, DC, Jordan Poole went to Michigan. Draymond went to Michigan State. He basically said, I was a bigger player than you in undergrad. I caught more bodies than you at Michigan State, and I went to a different school. He also told him, you're going to be in Sacramento next year, bro. You're not getting that contract extension. We don't want you. Like, called him broke. He said your handle was money green, but you ain't seeing no money because I got the bag. So that's what provoked the sucker punch, whatever y'all want to call it. It's not, we don't know if it's true.
I'm saying.
Those words.
Get your jaw clapped, bro. You talking like that? Okay.
But it's like, come on, it's
Those words, bro.
you supposed to be the OG of the team.
Yeah, but it's about respect.
But bro, you can't just grab him up like
It's about
young man.
My man gave him
Young
space
man.
to be talking crazy like that. I get the money
Mike,
part.
somebody told you crazy like that?
I'm not gonna deck him with the cameras on, my boy.
Oh,
He didn't know cameras were- Whoa, he didn't know.
But bro, keep it a stack. If we in the locker room, then yes, I'm
That's different, but you at practice, it's,
Bro, it was an open practice for the family, bro.
practice,
You
bro.
can't be talking spicy like
Maybe
that.
talking spicy.
I mean, come
Hold
on, Draymond.
hold on.
Draymond sitting nice. Draymond
Hold on, he just said it's in front of family. You talking about all the girls I smashed.
And
I gave my money. This is in front of
family
family.
can't hear that. Oh, no, the family can't hear that.
And then you got Clay and Steph sitting on the side listening to that shit too.
Steph probably
Steph was not.
Steph was probably like,
No, if you remember the footage, Steph, they were listening. Like, they were listening.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you remember again.
Again, we don't
So
know.
you gonna pump me
No,
like
I'm saying they were listening to the play being called for practice
Okay.
while these dudes were talking to each other in the corner. And Kaminga was right there. He had a front row seat to the knockout.
Yeah.
So,
He was the first to defend him.
And
But again,
add to this.
Yeah, we got to this.
Great signing.
I think.
All I'm saying, look, all in all, Poole could be top 15 in scoring next year.
Yeah, he's in the East.
He's gonna get a lot of shots.
I mean, he's in the East
He's
too.
gonna get a lot of shots. So
He's in the East.
Get him in.
I think, he got what he wanted.
Get him
Chris
in.
Paul gets what he wanted.
Yep.
Step.
I
closer
pray
to
for him
it.
and
So,
NBA.
hopefully he
purgatory.
stays healthy though. All jokes aside, I don't like to comfort him, but his body is.
No, Craig fan, let us know what y'all think about this trade between
Warriors and Washington.
Yep.
Yeah, who won the trade, bro?
Who won that trade? Now let's talk about another trade. Interesting one.
Bro, this was.
Boston trades Marcus Smart to Memphis
I was not expecting this
to complete the KP trade.
I'm a little torn by this one, bro. He was the hardest soul of that team, bro. Like in my eyes, you know, he was the guy that he kind of was like the Draymond for that team. When Tatum and Brown made a mistake, he was the one that pulled them to the side and let them know. Even though he wasn't good at making decisions with the basketball, he wanted the best out of those guys.
Defensive plays, key plays that we always talk about.
I'm a little surprised, and I get why they got taller. We talked about it last week because you need a low post presence, but Memphis got a really good deal. I mean, they saw, in my opinion, they replaced Dylan Brooks, someone who could really play defense. It doesn't have to go on social media, and they actually get a guard that could alleviate some of that pressure that Ja has of bringing the ball down. And he's out for the first 25 games.
Yeah.
So now you got Smart and Bane in that backcourt. That's a serviceable backcourt.
That is. And then you throw in whoever's at the wing and then Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams when they come back.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all saw it, but the parallels of
Tony Allen.
Yeah. Literally, the same Tony Allen story, literally the same route. And I mean, you know, the grit and grind. That's how they got that name between him and Zach Randolph and Marcus Smart.
So definitely Memphis increases. I just feel like I'm not sure about.
Yeah, get your hands
It's gonna be
dirty.
crazy to see Smart in the West now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
I
tough.
got to bet to be in Ja's ear to tell him, yo, lock in. You got potential.
Oh no, if they don't respect him, then they tweaking out. He's been to the
Yeah.
finals. He's defensive player of the year. He's been in the playoffs, deep runs in the playoffs before. I think anybody would never.
Everything that Brooks wanted to
do.
do.
Bro. It's gonna be an energy shift in Memphis.
Oh, no, 100%. And I think for Boston, it's either a wake up call or a demand for somebody to step up.
It gotta be Jason.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I think also Jason Tatum.
we want it to be, but we're gonna find out.
It also tells me that they sold on Derek White. Like,
I mean, how many guys they had? You gotta think about it. They had Derek White. We're doing Derek White. It was Derek White, Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Pritchard.
Pritchard wants out though. Apparently.
I understand that, but you had a whole bunch of guards.
Then you moved Brogdon.
Yeah. No, they wanted to.
They wanted to, but his physical messed it up.
He got bad physical. So I mean, now you got Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon as your guards. Hopefully they find somebody, and then
You still try to move Brogdon and keep him.
Yeah, I'll keep him.
I'll keep him right now.
Because Derek White could be limited in some places too. So.
But they need like a true like
offset. And somehow they gonna talk to Washington, and be like, yo, can y'all let go of Tyus Jones for the low, please?
Nah, Tyus Jones locked in. I think.
Why? You know how many guards Washington has?
Nah, it's just what? It's just him and Monty Morris and
Jordan Poole.
Not Jordan Poole.
But Poole's a de facto. I think he'll play 2.
Nah, they have him as a starting point guard.
Really?
Watch.
Nah, I think Tyus and Poole would be a good backcourt.
Too small.
Nah, but they got
Wally and.
Nah, Denny, the kid from Israel.
Well, he's gonna play the forward.
Played the 3 or 4.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna
And
be
then
the
they still
forward.
got Gafford.
Small.
Kuzma's leaving.
They're gonna have a small line. I'm telling you, it's cool. Jordan Poole is a starting point guard, especially since he's getting paid the most.
That's true. He is
So I would hope Boston, to me, like I said, is great. You got more front court, backup and KP.
Oh no, they got Marcus Morris.
Who?
Washington.
Marcus Morris.
Didn't we say there was a buyout last week?
Yeah.
That's gonna be about
They got him from the Clippers. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying still small though. Because you're talking about backup Tyus Jones. Who's Ty Jones and Jordan Poole, right? Too small. Them guys are probably under.
You gonna start Monty Morris?
No. Jordan Poole's number 1. And he's gonna go big. Everybody else. One of them guys. Somebody's leaving. I promise you. One of those guys.
Monty Morris is gone.
Yeah, he want to go back to Denver.
But
I just think,
yeah,
you kind of rip the heart out, but it's like you're gonna have to. Somebody else is gonna have to bring that energy from that team. You're also gonna lose Grant Williams, who's another vocal guy. So I don't know what you're gonna do about that.
Yeah.
Cause he was looking for a contract as well. But good luck to Boston. I think that, like I said, in my opinion, which means shit to them, but I think they need a point guard. They just need somebody who can set the table for them.
Yeah.
Put them in the right position.
Free agency start in 2 days, so we'll see.
Yeah, it should be a lot. It should be a lot going on.
Well, let's talk about another trade. Well, let's talk on John Collins and the trade between Hawks and Utah. The Hawks sent JC over to Utah, and they got back Rudy Gay in the future second round pick. The question I want to ask you guys is, who do y'all think Hawks is preparing to go after? Because we spoke off air. We say this could be clearing up cap space, clearing up money to free up to go get somebody that's in the market to go help. Ice trade and
DeJounte.
And Murray. So
I mean, they don't, asset-wise, they got a lot of guys that play the same. Like, I think DeAndre Hunter, Sadiq Bey, and Bogdanovich, they kind of all have the same play style. Like, Hunter's probably a better defender out of all of the three, but they all kind of play the same role. So I don't really know what they can market for.
okay.
I think they're solid with Capella, obviously. Now they just got to fill in that hole at power forward. So do they package Hunter and Sadiq Bey and Bogdanovich to Toronto, perhaps, and try to get a Pascal Siakam, somebody that they want to pair with Trae Young? Or do they go for like a vet minimum guy that'll come in and get his hands dirty? That's up for the Hawks to decide. I think they should probably go after like a Pascal Siakam or even Tobias if Philly is really willing to let him go. Because Tobias is used to already being with a ball-dominant guard and just chilling in the corner. He's going to be doing the same thing in Atlanta. So I would go after Tobias Harris if I'm in Atlanta. I don't really know who else is available in the market per se.
I'm just trying to look at this team and think, when you have a dynamic guard, all-star guard, you want to pair him with and at least a dynamic and all-star forward or center. So I do like Pascal.
For Capella?
Yeah.
Is it no?
Nah, he's not a dynamic, like, for example, he just popped in my head right now, but if AD was on, the Hawks, you have a dynamic point guard who's going to sit you up and run pick and roll.
That'd be perfect,
And
actually.
you've got a dynamic power forward side center that can give you 20 and 10, block shots. Like, I feel like that's the formula in the league. Like, it has to be, unless you're the Warriors or LeBron James or KD, like outliers. But if you want your basic, setup, you got your dynamic guard, then you have your dynamic front court play. You put those together, potentially you can win a chip. So I have to think, like, who can they get? I like the suggestion of Pascal. Like, that could be something.
If Toronto is willing to
Can they afford? You think they go for Paul George?
Yeah, like I said, they'll have to dump a lot of salaries. So like I said,
I've been hearing Paul George to the Knicks though.
You already
no,
we're good. You already cut John Collins' salary.
You don't want PG?
I'm good. Like, I need y'all to stop trying to do this, y'all. We have this bad habit of touching New York's roster when we strong.
Nah, but PG is different though.
Again,
you would not take Paul George on the roster? I mean,
not right now.
I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry.
It's not right now. Don't stop trading for the Knicks. We're good. I'm trying. We're good. I promise you.
I would say John was here, bro.
Okay, so y'all can yell and scream and be wrong, but no problem. No problem. Just keep screaming. But I just think they got to find a dynamic forward somewhere, and either get Pascal. I'm trying to think what other dynamic forwards are out there right now.
Yeah, I just read this article, so they cleared up $25 million. They could get someone like Marcus Morris. They said OG Anunoby. I don't know.
OG Anunoby is basically just a better version.
If you're
of
a player, would you be sold on Atlanta? Like,
I would.
Yeah.
City's vibrant. They're gonna pop
I think
up.
DeJounte brings another dimension to the offense, but I just feel like they're missing that wing presence.
You need that dynamic center of power forward.
Yeah.
Like if AD was on the market, Atlanta, I would trade DeJounte and everybody else. So let's just go get him because him and Trae Young would be nasty.
Right.
But I'm just trying to think. What's
that backcourt is set?
What's a good power forward?
Melo.
Which Melo? Come on, bro.
He left. He was on Atlanta for like 8 hours.
Not in that 30 seconds.
I'm trying to think myself.
Right, I'm trying to think initially who can go. I know you said the Tobias, but unless he takes his game to a whole nother level.
Ooh, got a sneaky one for y'all.
Julius.
Chris Middleton. He opted out. He did opt out. But I heard he's opting out so they could spread the money around to get better pieces.
Exactly. And you don't think DeAndre Hunter is just a basically younger version?
Draymond.
That'd be nice.
Harrison Barnes, another one.
Julius.
I would take Harrison Barnes if I'm Atlanta.
No.
I want to take Julius.
You want to take Julius?
Nah.
Jeremy Grant.
You don't think
I'll take Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant would be a good fit there. I don't know what Portland is.
Do you think pairing them together will get you somewhere?
Randall? No, bro.
I mean, look, we're talking about the East here, right? Jimmy just made it to the finals in the East with Bam Adebayo and nothing. So if you're Atlanta, you had your conference final shot, lost to Milwaukee, but after that you went through little ups and downs and you get Murray. So they're building.
Yeah.
But like you said, they need that player to push them above. It would have been KP in my opinion, but KP got snatched up by Boston. So
right,
that would have been an interesting fit.
Yeah.
Interesting fit. Okay, let's get on to the draft, fellas. Let's talk about the number one.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead,
I think something circulated, especially with the draft. So I think 5 out of the top 7 players did not go to college.
Oh, it's 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Well, 3 of the top 4. So you have Wembanyama International,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Thompson brothers Overtime Elite,
Scoot,
G League.
it's 4.
So yeah, the first 4 did not go.
I'm saying I think 5 out of 7 did not go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they just implemented NIL recently, but
That's a couple years too late though.
I don't know. For the NBA, is this
This is the end.
the end of the NCAA? What's the point of going one and done where now, I was listening to Gilbert Arenas' podcast and they was really interested. And they said basically it's over for going to college because don't you think it's more smart to go to an apprenticeship in the field that you want to be in?
Yes.
They train you for maybe a year or 2 to actually, like, when it comes to weight, nutrition, knowledge.
Yes.
It makes more sense to go to a training program than to go somewhere where I'm going to be in a system.
Yes.
They go profit off my jerseys. I'm not really going to develop. If you think about it, college players really don't develop.
Unless you put in the extra work outside
Outside it,
of the sport.
Granted.
Outside of the team.
I don't know. Just give me a college player that really developed his time in college and came to the pro and he did his thing. I'm just giving you a minute to think about it.
I think it's just a personal preference now.
Yeah.
And now
You got options.
And I'm happy. Thank you. I was about to say that. Now you have a choice. You have different choices to make to now build your own brand. So I love it. It's just a matter of what you want to do with yourself in your life or whatever. Do you want to do the old school route, go to college and win those accolades, win a national championship?
Yeah.
Be all conference.
Experience life on campus.
You feeling like stuff like that, and also do you want to build off the court as well?
Learn that life early. Go through that accelerated program or that apprenticeship, so you're not making mistakes like getting caught up on Twitter with stuff. Or
I got 2 things, fellas.
You know?
First, we all got to give LeVar Ball his flowers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He pushed for this. He created the JBA. He put LaMelo and LiAngelo overseas. Everyone called him dumb. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Your child is 15, 16. They can't compete.
Shout out LeVar, man.
I got to give LeVar his credit. Well. He started the Triple Bs.
More health, more wealth, man.
What shirt you got on? My dad's brand, my family brand. What shoes you got on? My own brand. He kind of saw all of this before the NCAA got a wind of it, so I got to give a huge shout out to the big baller himself.
Right.
And I think number 2 is we're going to see college go back to how it used to be back in the old days. So if you're a 3-star recruit, right, you're not generating that much interest. You're a 4-star recruit. Go to college for a couple years, get really good, become a solid role player.
I got a
Work your way into the draft. I mean, it works because, look, if you're a 4 or 5-star, right, the spotlight has been on you. Everybody knows you. All-American.
You got the presence on social
the
media.
Instagram clout. You got the Twitter clout, whatever. Oh, I'm waiting in line to watch this guy. Like, you got all of that. But sometimes when you do go to, say, you go to, overseas, may not pan out. Look at R.J. Hampton, right? Guy was with LaMelo in Australia. Was a 5-star recruit. Just got waived by, I think, Detroit and Orlando back-to-back.
Yeah.
He's done. Or he's in the G League. But on the flip side, like you said, you have these 2 young men, the Thompson brothers, who I'm really impressed with in terms of their etiquette, how they operate in, press conferences. They seem like professional players. I think that's a really good gold standard. I think Adam Silver is shaking in his boots because he can't. The OTE is generating their own wealth, but none of it is going to the NBA. Like they're a separate entity.
It is though, because you got to think about it. The products from the OTE. You just said it.
Yeah.
I got 2 twins that are under 20 who are professionals already.
Right.
They're coming into my professional league now, and they're only going to excel from there. Mm-hmm. They know how to play the game.
But also that brightens up the NBA.
Exactly.
Now it's an image.
More better talent too at that.
Exactly.
Well, we get rid of the nepism, right? Because everyone says, "Oh, your dad played in the NBA, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
we allow kids that don't have too much opportunity to showcase their talent and
to get them.
Go after it. So it's 50-50.
I love it, bro. I fucking love it.
Now,
I got a question though.
What's up?
Yeah.
Which route would y'all choose? Would you go the college route, or would you go the NIL? The route you spoke of.
I think y'all already know mine. If I'm dead set focused on making it to the A, I'm gonna take the apprenticeship approach rather than going to the G League. Yeah. Why? Because like I said, they are going to train me. They're gonna say, yo, you gotta put on these weights, so when you get to the A, the physicality you're ready for. Like I feel like I look at John D. Kaminga. Who else came in? Jalen Green when they came in through the G League condition overnight.
Yeah, him and Kaminga. Yep.
Seamless transition. Not that much. They still had a lot to development because they're fairly young. But Jalen Green's a starter on this team. He's putting up buckets. He can score with these. I feel like Scoot, you're gonna watch him. it's not going to be much of a difficulty for him to adjust to the league and the speed.
Yeah, he's already been playing.
I've been playing against these fools. So
honestly, I would go to the apprentice route, bro.
Apprentice route.
Apprentice route.
I think it's
Hire
a
who I need
consensus.
to hire around me, right? Just thinking like what I need. So just thinking like just our lives. It's like I'm really good coming out. I'm very mature. So I would have took that route. Focus on what I need to focus on professionally, and once I get there,
boom.
I agree with that.
But granted, if you know, like you said, if you're a 3-star and you know basketball's not at your heart, man, go to college, have fun.
Yeah, but you never know what I could, you know. I would go to college though.
Yes,
First.
yeah, go to college.
Yeah, March. Come on, bro. March Madness.
I respect it. Understand.
4-3. Yeah. It's fun. Y'all might make it.
Mike's a red
Y'all might make it.
Final four, man. Come on, bro.
Y'all might make it. You know, you might become a draft pick. The same thing with, it's not guaranteed with the other routes either.
I think, look, the NIL makes the choice a little bit easier, right? Because now you can walk into a campus and you can rock the Dolce Gabbana, the Louis. It don't matter. Like, yeah, they gave me a Hummer to come play here because I'm that nice.
Just focus straight on ball, bro. I don't gotta think about nothing.
Yeah,
else.
that's true too. That's true too, though. But
And
I would
have
just
the
say
resources.
the flip side of that is if you don't pan out, it's like, damn. 'Cause
You better
I didn't
pan
go to
out.
college. I didn't. And I'm not saying for most of these players they'll get a chance
Go
though.
back though.
Yeah, they get, you can always go back.
Not
That's
for
a
that
fact.
too.
That's
At
a
the
fact.
same time, they're also being compensated.
That's
Not as much as an NBA contract, but
you're
you're also
still
being
making
compensated.
money while
Right.
you're in this apprenticeship and doing whatever.
That's a whole
on
fact.
board. That's the plus.
That's why, like, I'm low key surprised. Like Bronny, I know this is a tangent, but I saw Bronny as an overtime elite, overseas kind of guy. But then I get why he went to college too, because his route has already been solidified.
I'm about to say
his father, you know,
But that would have been dope to see him like in
It's
OTE.
a little about how much Nike and everybody about to get a cut
He
of
got-
that Trojan deal or that UFC
Absolutely.
jersey.
I think they said he's one of the top earners right now. He got like $7 million before he
Nobody-
touched the campus.
It's gonna have to be a worldly type of once in a generation player to outbid Bronny.
But so, fellas, my question for y'all though is, what if we become too spoiled too early?
Who?
I'm just saying in general,
What do
right?
you mean too spoiled?
So like you go to OTE, right? You getting paid. I don't know how much you get paid, but you get paid like 50 bands a game.
Right.
Okay.
And you stop working.
Mhm.
You're like, all right, I'm already lottery status. I'm good. I'm good to go. Yada yada. And you get to the league and you don't pan out. How do those guys like you said? You could always go back to school, right? You could always be a professional, go to G League.
Go overseas.
What about those other guys that don't make it or pan out in the league? What happens?
That happens in college too, though, bro.
But I feel like in college you get 4 years to like really get better. I feel like once you enter that draft and like you've been, they take you 13, whatever they take you, and you don't pan out, it's either G League or you overseas. Which is again not the end of the world.
You
But
forgot to mention the third one. You're out the league.
yeah.
And we watch. I can name another. Right now, I was watching this video. Anthony Bennett. I can watch a number 1 overall pick, have a good time, and then it's all over. And we don't know where he at. Kwame Brown.
And also big three.
Like, granted,
about that shot of Ice Cube.
I just think at the end of the day, no matter which route you go, you will have an opportunity.
Yeah.
bro.
It's not guaranteed either or. You actually got
You gotta work for it. You gotta work
want
for
it.
it. Yeah.
So, but I just think like,
I wonder if Jello want to do the big three, bro.
huh?
Jello.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I think that's the future too.
I think Ice Cube would give him a chance.
I think that's the future too. Once he opens it up, especially to
let's
the
make
younger
that
crown.
Okay.
Or
But
Jello.
I think you just
one
gotta
and
want
done.
it.
I mean, one and done is still gonna be popping.
Yeah, it is. Because who wants to stay?
And also, your college numbers don't determine what you're gonna do in the league. Kyrie played like 11 games at Duke, and look what happened.
NBA champ, All Star.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'm sure if he had the option of going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Kyrie.
Yeah, you know what?
So, y'all ready to move on to the next topic?
Let's go.
Yo,
Let's go to Philly. Philly reportedly offered Tobias to Cavs, but wanted Jarrett Allen, Mobley, and draft picks in return. How do you feel about this Tobias Harris fiasco?
Can I calm y'all down?
Go ahead.
Because I already you put the laughing emoji. I just want to calm y'all down.
What's up?
It's about making deals, fellas. So just hear me out. Just hear me out.
That's highway robbery.
All right,
bro.
hear me out.
You
Hear me
are
out.
giving up Jarrett Allen and Mobley
Mm-hmm.
for Tobias Harris.
I just want to calm y'all down.
If you're the Cavs.
And they already have that
No.
beat.
Listen. I know me. I'm making a better deal.
I'm not talking about Philly.
Right.
The Cavs.
I'm just saying.
He's
Listen.
giving up
I just want
that.
y'all to listen carefully. Listen carefully. This is the man. I want you there more. This is the same man that flipped Ben Simmons for James Harden. I just want y'all to understand that, okay? Remember, I'll just let that resonate for a second. He flipped Ben Simmons for James Harden. I want y'all. Sometimes you gotta aim high because you gotta see what they're gonna offer you.
I mean, he did his
know-
thing with that. He did his thing with that.
We know collectively here that Tobias Harris ain't worth Jared Allen ever
Hell
more.
no.
We know that. But, there's sharks out there Danny Ainge, that they know how to make deals and they know how to finesse people.
And look, he gave up Rudy Gay for John Collins.
You feel me? There's some poor soul that's probably gonna.
That's
the captain's not gonna.
Bro,
make
I thought it was a typo.
No,
I didn't know Rudy Gay was still on the Jazz.
But you gotta remember, this is the same man, Daryl Morgan. I'm talking about. He flipped Ben Simmons. Instagram videos. I'm ready for the season. Ben Simmons for James Harden.
He's a smart man. All right.
Now, what do you think why the Cavs are making moves? What do you think?
Because when you have a lot of expectations and you lose in the first round,
I understand.
The panic button is pressed
early
internally.
though.
It's very early, and I feel like Mobley still has a couple more years to develop. They're missing a wing piece, just like we talked about Atlanta. That small forward position they're lacking. I know they had Say Osman, Okoro.
Who's the two?
Karis LeVert is really only good coming off the bench.
Who's the two?
They need a 6'8", 6'9" guy that could, they basically need LeBron James. Paul George, yes, that would be very nice. But
that'd be very nice.
I had a question for y'all though.
You go OG.
If you're New York, would you trade for Tobias Harris?
No. For who?
You would give up Randall?
Julius?
I give up Obi Toppin.
No. Bugging, bro.
Give up Randall. And
Did y'all hear the audio between Obi and Tibbs when he was cursing him out?
It happens. You know how much stuff that these teams, they all curse each other out.
I know that, but I'm saying, didn't Quickly get a little deal last summer, right? He got an extension. Obi is due for one, I believe. Yeah.
I think if the Knicks are smart, I'll extend that. Because again.
But he's still going to be playing second fiddle.
Again and again.
Get him out of here.
Same thing I said about Poole. I don't think the market for Randall's that big.
Yeah, that's what they're going to get. That's why when the trade happens, you'll be like, you traded him for this? Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, though. So Tobias for Randall.
Yeah. I'll do it. I'll go big.
Might as well.
Yeah. I'll go big because then potentially I'll look at my lineup as.
What I would give Harris credit, and I already know what y'all about to say. I know y'all roasted me last year, but in this couple seasons prior to James Harden pulling up, the guy was averaging 19, 6, and 4.
Yeah, he sacrificed his life.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if y'all saw, but his pops put out a quote saying they basically got my son standing in the corner, in which I do agree because you do see a lot of ISO between Maxey and
James Harden.
And I think Tobias is a better player than standing in the corner.
Right.
And his numbers have dipped since they have acquired Harden. So if y'all already speculating that y'all wanted to trade him to the Cavs, y'all might as well move him now, right? Like his father put out a statement. He seems upset, saying y'all gonna trade me for a crumble cookie.
This the Odell Beckham.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if the market is open, I think New York would be a nice place.
Yeah.
I even think Brooklyn would be a good place.
I would go big. I would go big. I think there's a lot more likely to happen in Brooklyn. But if it's somehow we swap him out for Randall, you go Brunson, RJ, Tobias, Obi, and Mitch Robinson. I'll just go big. And that's an athletic big. Like,
because the thing is, Tobias can make shots.
Yeah.
He can make shots. He's not one of those guys that, is like a Morris twin. No, he could do more than stand in the corner.
He put some guys in the post.
Even Atlanta, we talked about Atlanta, right? Who could you, if Philly wants to get younger at that position. And I think he and PJ Tucker are a little bit too similar. They have them doing the same thing. That's why the spacing is messed up. So.
Right. Okay.
We'll see.
Let's talk about the notable free agents that declined their option. Dante DiVincenzo,
Big Ragu,
Josh Hart, Chris Middleton. Sorry, I butchered your name. Harrison Barnes, D Rose. Players who signed. Nas 3 years, 42 mil. Vucevic.
How you feel about that, my boy?
60 mil. Yeah, we gotta talk about that. And we got Vanderbilt, Reeves, and Rue Lakers have committed to them as well. So I want to talk about your Chicago Bulls over there.
Word, man. I thought he was on the move.
How you feel about that sign?
The other Nikola.
There's a lot of pride in our vice president. There's a lot of pride. I mean, there's a lot of pride.
Y'all are quiet.
Yeah, there's a lot of pride.
Both y'all teams are very quiet.
Because we can't do nothing. We
just old right now. But I
put ourselves in a hole because for some reason we convinced ourselves that Vooch was a. I think he was hoping that Vooch could be basically Nikola Jokic. And he's not.
No.
And that's all right. We got to admit that we fucked up. Sorry to curse. We messed up. Let it go when the quarter did. We messed up.
Yeah, at a crossroads right now.
And nobody anticipated Lonzo's knees to go out. Nobody.
Man.
Nobody had that.
But at the same time, that's
healthy recovery.
That's
to Lonzo, man.
And at the same time, we got Aya, but to me, I feel like with true finesse, you need a physical player. Like I said, I want to go get a real big
I
man.
wish I had like an Adams.
Yeah, I would flip. I'm sorry, nothing against Vooch. He's good, but he's another. He reminds me of another AD. These tall guys, Miles Turner, I throw him in that class too. These guys are going to put at center, but at the end of the day, they fours and basically want to be guards. They don't want to bang. They don't like to bang. They can't, and then they can't bang. They don't like that shit. So, yeah, I'm cursing because I'm getting tight, but
I feel you.
like, it's a pride I think with him because it's like you extended him for what? What's our plan? Like,
yeah,
your plan. You had the plan. This was, it was great.
He's a power forward, bro.
The initial signing of Ball, Vucevic, DeRozan to put that roster together and Caruso. Yep. We had a plan. I thought he was gonna be on the up. Man, knees went out. Man doesn't like to play defense or grab boards once in a while.
It's also too like if Lonzo was playing on-ball defense, he really don't got to block too many shots because guys are not just driving in.
Right. I get the plan, but it's time.
Yeah, I got to decide between Levine and DeRozan, and I feel like DeRozan is gone.
Yeah, because he has the most friendly.
He's an odd man out.
No, he has the most friendliest contract. You can flip that.
Yeah, I need some.
Yeah, but I don't know why we extended.
I would stick Levine because Levine is the younger.
Younger too, and he's always been progressing.
He's been there since day one.
And at the end of the day, we got some pieces there. I think that.
Do y'all still hold on to my boy though, Kobe? I think he might walk.
I wouldn't be mad about that. I was there
because it's for him like. He could start at point guard, but he's
a shooter.
Like Poole, he's not really meant to.
He's a shooter.
He's off the bench.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in Washington. But yeah, we got some work.
Carousel guard.
Yeah, we got some work to do, and the extension I'm not too happy about. Not to say Vucevic deserves some money.
It's pretty good though. It's looking like the.
If we can just get back Wendell Carter Jr. back, I would really appreciate that.
It's only you have to rebuild through the draft.
Yeah.
I would flip DeRozan for some future first
definitely.
rounds.
No, we're not getting the future first round.
Maybe. I mean, who would take DeMar right now? How old is DeMar?
Y'all?
Lakers?
No. Hey, stop. That you see? Nah. That's 2 summers ago, bro. He's 33 right now.
Still in his prime. Got 3 more years.
Last season, 24, 4 and 5, 32% from 3. That kind of scares me. But he did play 74 games, so he has a longevity. I don't know.
Portland.
Dame.
Yeah.
That's another guy we got.
Give us some young guys. Give me Shader Sharp or Anthony Simons. Give me one of them.
Nah, man.
Y'all got 4 guards that do the same thing.
We got Sweet now too.
I said 4 guards that do the same thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
4 guards that do the same exact thing.
Is interesting.
I don't hate the Vucevic signing. I just think he should be playing power forward. I think he needs like a Mitchell Robinson to.
He needs a guy that's gonna do the dirty work.
I'm surprised Minnesota gave Reed that money. He earned it, but what are you gonna do about him, Gobert and Towns?
Free me. I would leave. I would have left with the quickness.
Reed?
Yeah, he's bugging. When I see that, I was like, he's bugging. I'm sorry.
A lot of people said if he played during the playoffs, it would have been a different team. I can see it because he's of those 3 bigs.
He's the most athletic one out of all of them.
Yeah.
He's
He actually can play defense as well.
He's the only athletic one on that court. He can slide. He's like a Bam.
Yeah.
Like Bam.
But he got a little bit better touch though.
Yeah, better touch. Yeah. He'll dunk on you. He's part of the other team. If y'all
shout out to Jersey. Facts.
Right. But
I'm jacking that. The Lakers, woo! Y'all did right then. Y'all brought JV back.
Why nobody said anything about the picture I sent y'all in the chat?
What pic?
You saw the picture.
What is he talking about?
You know the picture I sent. Yeah, re-signed. Running it back.
Do I like that resign?
Running it back.
I don't know.
I mean, look. Okay. Against certain matchups, he gave us like 17.
Yeah,
he did his job.
He earned the max when he beat the Warriors.
It's just like
he earned the max. I was getting ready to give him the max when he beat the Warriors.
I just don't know what happened against the Nuggets. I don't know if the moment. What did Jared Allen say? The lights, they were too bright.
Right.
But the conference finals, yeah, he could have just stayed at In-N-Out Burger for all that.
This is what y'all do. Again, y'all ran Danny Green.
If we run it back, look.
Y'all ran Danny Green out of town. He missed one
Nah.
shot.
But
Danny Green missed one shot. They said, get out of here.
This is different, bro.
Y'all ran KCP out of town. I'm going to go down the list. Y'all ran KCP. Y'all told KCP.
He got finessed by Westbrook.
No, y'all said KCP, you got to go.
Bro, he can't control.
Y'all told
LeBron
Kyle
invited
Kuzma.
Westbrook to the backyard with the cigars, and we got hype, bro.
Y'all told Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma, we got Hachimura. So
y'all told Alex Caruso he tweaking. Go somewhere else.
Caruso, that one hurt.
Again, y'all keep running good players out of town, and then.
But D'Lo's not a good player.
Okay.
The other guys you listed played a shell of defense and could understand. All right, I'm not making my shots today. Let me swing the ball.
Yep.
D'Lo.
That's not what I was.
It's a no-go.
That's not what I was hearing against the Warriors. I was hearing D-Lo.
And the part that got me even tight is that he kept shooting after the games. Like, still, him and Malik Beasley could go.
First of all players do that. It's just somebody who's kept high.
All players do that, bro. But if you're like 1 of 7 and you come out the next game and you're like 2 of 12,
Facts.
you didn't improve.
He's bumming it up.
You made 8 in a row.
Hey, bro.
When the cleaning staff was out there.
Something's going on mentally.
Yo,
I'm not sure about that resign.
D Rose, where y'all see D Rose going? I know we running into a little time here, but what team could use D Rose? Y'all said Phoenix. I know y'all said Phoenix.
You should come back.
No, I didn't say. We didn't say Phoenix. You know who said Phoenix? The guy was sitting in his chair last week. Chicago.
Yo, put that down, bro.
Come back.
Yo,
that's actually a good name.
Come back.
For Derrick Rose, bro.
Come
Why
back.
not?
No way.
Why not?
No way.
Like a host.
Alright, I ain't gonna lie. I run with the Knicks in 2K. D Rose perimeter defense is like a C-, bro. He's a breeze by.
Yeah, because he's playing he's playing staggered minutes. Come back.
So you're gonna run D Rose, DeRozan, and Levine? Oh,
Nah, but I mean, if D Rose wants to win a chip, I'll go somewhere.
oh my God, Phoenix.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna go to Phoenix, bro.
You gonna go to Phoenix for real?
No.
You go back to college. Or you went to college. Memphis.
Memphis would be pretty good. I can see that. Clippers, depending on what they do with Westbrook.
If I was any other player role player, I'm tired of the Clippers. They got everybody. You gotta think about it. Bones Highland, Norman Powell.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They keep on that experience. It's not working.
D Rose is 34. He's coming off a career low 12 minutes a game. That was really sad. I mean,
Tom Thibodeau's just wild.
It was time to go. It's time to go.
He go to Denver. Come on the bench for them.
Yeah.
Be another vet presence.
I mean, what does D Rose at 34 bring? And I'm not trying to be funny with this question.
I think at least 15 points and a couple of assists. At least maybe 5 assists.
15?
15.
I give him like 12, bro.
12 to 15.
Yeah.
I give him that 12, 15, bro. The
Couple
bench,
assists.
leadership,
A
sparkle.
Been around.
Yeah,
Okay.
sparkle at the bench is like
Okay.
give you some type of energy.
Shit, Miami.
I was about to say, I was thinking Miami too.
But they apparently they might waive Lowry.
Yeah,
Go pick up.
they don't want to pay $30 million, bro. He's owed $29 million.
Pay that.
Go pick up Derrick
So,
Rose, and then where does he land?
Right.
Hey, a lot of good.
Who?
Lowry.
Salvageable.
Lakers?
Vet point guards.
I'll take that in a heartbeat.
Nah.
See what I'm talking about? We just had this conversation about anybody that's free. They're gonna try to take.
In a
Mind
heartbeat.
you,
Who you take, Kyle Lowry or D'Lo?
Lowry.
Take Lowry.
Yeah.
Mondre, this roster, right? They have Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves,
He ain't coming back.
D'Lo. Who else?
Gone.
Got LeBron still as your point guard.
Bro,
Don't you still
Lowry
got Westbrook,
fits.
Okay.
Bro, he brings, you said it, leadership, IQ.
Y'all don't need that.
Yes, we do.
Nah. No good.
Bro, listen, I have more confidence in Lowry in the playoffs than I would ever have in D'Lo in
That's
the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying, bro.
Okay.
So I'm not looking at the normal 82 games. I don't give a hell. You can do whatever you want. You go to Melrose, in and out, do what you got to do.
Well,
When
last
the
time we got
playoffs
fat.
come around,
Last time we got fat, y'all were tight.
nah, but I mean, hey, homie made it to the finals, bro.
No, D Rose.
D Rose.
I think we get out
I'm
of
saying
like
Phoenix.
Chicago.
I'm saying Phoenix.
Boston.
No, man. No. They already got Brogdon, who's banged up, bro.
Yeah. We got a first D Rose.
Nah. D Rose.
We signed him for the low. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't think I'm max. We signed him for the low.
Nah, let's
Is he a 3-point shoot? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't really get a chance to see him play.
Improved.
He has improved.
Yes.
But you're not gonna have him stay in the corner. D Rose would be somebody that's initiating the offense. Like he's gonna probably he's gonna probably get a pick, drive to the paint. Somebody's gonna draw. So whip it to JB either diving
So
to the
he's
court.
like,
That's an interesting dynamic. too.
yeah, I don't know, man.
He's gonna be
I just think
stable.
in today's game, he has to be on a team that is a good fit. Like he can't just join everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just trying to think of teams that
because
make
Westbrook
solid
still
point
got
guard.
that burst to get to the basket. I think D Rose can have that too, but I think Westbrook is just like
Shit, Brooklyn, Gold Coast Street.
possible.
Brooklyn. All right, fellas. Let's go to NFL, man, and let's touch on this last topic of this
Money.
EP, man. Money. Oh, man, these NFL players. A while in. All right, let's
Yo,
talk
what's up
about
with that, man?
We need to play the OJ's money,
gambling.
man.
What's up with that?
Almighty
on the
dollar.
money line. So NFL is on the verge of suspending. You get a suspension. You get the suspension. You get the suspension. Well, all this gambling. So what y'all think is going on?
The crackdown is real, and if it hasn't exposed to y'all that they know they got a connection with FanDuel, DraftKings, or whatever you gambling do,
Facts.
you wake up. And the thing that's bothering me is starters that are doing this. Like I'm expecting, again, I do smoke, but I'm expecting like 4th stringers, 3rd stringers. Yeah, I'm not playing.
No, it's actual starters that are earning.
These
like
are starters.
30 M's, 20 M's.
Talking about
Look, to be completely honest, bro, it's hard for me to have a topic like this when the team has a team in Las Vegas. Like, it's just, y'all cracking down on players doing this, but y'all have a whole team in Las Vegas.
Right, but you can go put money on penny on goddamn slots, bro, on blackjack. But you don't bet on
bro,
yourself.
I don't know if y'all saw the new rules, but they're trying to implement where the visiting teams that go to play in Vegas, you can't go to a sports book. Like, if they see you physically walking around a sports book, like Caesar's Palace, whatever it's called, you done.
Yeah, which makes sense. Like, we about to clap these dudes? Yo.
But bro, what if you put in a little baseball parlay, bro?
No.
You rigging the system.
Send your entourage.
You rigging
Even
it.
so, they got them in the database.
Exactly.
Too.
So it's a dub, bro.
I think it got cut up last week, but the new rules, the 6 rules are: don't bet on the NFL.
Yep.
Don't gamble at your team facility while traveling for a road game.
That means, let me just say, when you listen to these rules, right? These are people that's done this. All right, we're trying to understand it. When rules are implemented, somebody is.
You said get somebody in the game to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have someone bet for you.
Because somebody did that.
Don't share team inside information.
Somebody did that.
Don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. And you said this last week. You can't play daily fantasy football.
These are all things.
That's tough.
No, these are.
That's
all
what I'm saying,
great.
though. Like, you can't even be a part of fantasy football
Because they bet on fantasy. Think about it. We got a pot. We starting to set up a pot at the end of the year.
But bro, I don't know, man.
Think about it. It's playoff time. What? You got how much on me? All right, hold on.
And to
I need to
summarize,
points. All right, hold on. I got you.
last year, obviously, we knew about Calvin Ridley. He got reinstated after the year out. Now he's going back to the Jaguars. In April, they suspended 5 players
From one team.
from the Lions.
Lions.
Detroit Lions. No, 2 players from the Lions, a player from the Commanders, and then 2 more players from the Lions got a 6-game suspension. One of them was Jameson Williams.
Your first round pick.
The first round pick from Alabama. And then the latest line of players was the Colts cornerback Isaiah Rodgers for violating the game rules. I don't know, fellas. It's all in our face right now, bro. I work at DraftKings, bro. So I already know.
Get a bookie.
It's not even that though, bro. I just feel like what's the difference, like you said, between this and going to play some roulette?
It is a difference. Because you can impact that. You can impact roulette.
Bro, like you said though, if I'm a practice squad player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't touch the field. $10.
Yeah, the NFL. Listen,
taking anytime touchdown. Jameis Winston.
They not being real though. I think they're not being real in these rules. Because I'm by real is like they're not talking to the 3rd string or 4th string guys.
No.
They talking to the starters. Stop.
But the starters won't even get into that.
They have.
Mahomes is not thinking about a parlay before the game, bro.
That's not. He wants you to believe that.
And I know I just
low key
broke the best player in the game. But the point I'm trying to make is, bro, is like if you're a practice squad dude, oh yeah, who we got tomorrow? The Lions. Oh, I like this with the spread.
Like I said, the NFL, they ain't talking to them. They talking to the
Fire.
starters. They talking to the starters like
they don't want to rig
exactly.
Rig it a whole thing.
They talking to starters like Calvin Ridley.
He's not taking Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Jameson Williams, Isaiah Rodgers. What are y'all doing? Let these dudes do it. They not playing. Let them do it.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all.
Nah.
Why you in the team facility knowing? Oh, Gronk got hurt. Oh, I know we about to light these dudes up. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that inside information and it's rigging the game.
Yo, no credit fam. How y'all feel about this?
Yeah. How do y'all feel about this?
If you was in the position, if you was an NFL player, would you bet on yourself?
I don't want to blow it up, but there's a certain spot in a certain place, right? That you used to go to place bets.
Yeah.
They don't actually know names. Like, what we doing?
Would you bet on yourself?
Look, they could bet on other sports than football. So
I'm saying, or you can go to a certain spot where they don't ask you much information. And what you gotta do? Come back.
And help them get their funds on the side.
One of the Google questions says, "Can NFL players play blackjack?"
They
can't
can't
do
do
nothing.
nothing.
They got nothing to do with the game.
They
They got nothing to do with the game.
They gotta play football and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's for integrity reasons. All right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Like I said, dudes be wildin'. Like I'm sure certain stars
The
out
whole
there.
year is tough, man. That's tough.
They have to make an example out of Calvin Ridley.
Right.
Yeah.
He got the boot.
Like starters,
quickly, expeditiously.
if
like,
you're a starter first overall,
he played for like the Falcon, right?
That's
One
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
worst
He's a
teams.
starter.
And he's putting on numbers, so he.
If you're
Yeah, Ridley is good.
Oh, but now we know why he's putting up numbers. But now we know why he's putting up numbers. But I think if you're a starter, you're making it hot. Just chill.
Mm-hmm.
You're already getting paid. You've seen a nice salary. Let the guys on practice squad, 3rd string, 4th string.
Nah, I agree. I mean, this shit make me want to watch Ballers, low key, with the Rock.
Yeah, it was interesting. for a little bit.
Hey, like I said, we knew about the
Actually,
location.
to be a little bit better.
Yeah. We knew about the places you can go to. You know, give me my receipt.
The back ends of the back ends.
I'll be back later. Let me get my bread.
Alright.
But you signing in, they know they're tracking you by your GPS and all that, fam. Like, what are you doing?
That's a fact.
Alright, but fellas, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Man,
Episode
yes, sir.
4.
That's episode 4 in the books. Always, fam, like, share, subscribe to the video.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
comment
Appreciate it. Of course.
Below, mix and mingle with us on Instagram, and content's gonna be rolling. Like I always say, each and every episode, content's rolling. We got it. All we asking for is the feedback.
Right.
Feedback always.
Before we get out here, I just want to say, you know, I guess happy retirement. Big shout out to June Ronchetti.
Yes.
She was all cross coach. And celebrating.
Word.
She is basically, I feel like, the Bill Belichick of Harlem lacrosse.
That's a fact.
And you know, she's won championships and she's helped a lot of guys pursue their lives and you know have careers and pursue their dreams. And we're gonna be celebrating her retirement real soon, so we're gonna give y'all a good insight into that soon.
Yes.
So,
Shout out to Miss Ronchetti. She's actually going out on a bang. Because
Championship season, right?
yes,
Come
sir.
on, this
She leaving off her championship season. So
Big shoes.
Shout out to Ronchetti, man.
right. We love you.
We love you. Big hearts always.
Word,
And
the
no
goat,
great
the goat, the
fam.
goat. You already know the goat right here. You feel
He's
me?
the
Yes,
goat.
sir. Yes, sir.
He's the
Yes,
goat.
sir.
You feel me? But big hearts to the fam out there. No great fam. We
Shout out
love
to
y'all.
FD Lacrosse.
Right.
Guys got it done again.
Yes, sir. They did it. You know, building something special over there.
Shout out little baby and all the
Fanatics. Shout out to Fanatics.
Yeah,
Meat Mills.
Merch Madness.
Right.
Where was it at 10 years ago, fam? Huh?
The future will always be better.
Huh?
The future will always be better.
Jeez,
I'm happy
man.
for
Now,
that.
shout out to FDA, man. That
Right.
was big news, bro.
School
That
doing
was
big things.
Yes. But
So,
no great fam. We are out of here. And that's it.
Much love. Much love.